Hello, everybody. So I wanted to come on and give an update about all the HRT stuff. I was really pumped at first because I had a really good and positive update about everything, and then I was just watching some new stuff, and there's just some things that there's ways to do things where you get the results that you want, and there's ways to do things where you make it harder for everyone else. And there's a real selfish and narcissistic air about some of the stuff that's going on from our own community when you're not thinking about everyone else that exists outside in the world that has to use the bathroom. That are just trying to, go to work, go to school, go wherever. They go to the restroom, and now they have to worry about things they didn't have to worry about before. Anyway, I'll get to that. The Tennessee is the first state to put a bill in place where under 18, on any of the access or education, teachers could be subject to go to jail. Surgeons, Tennessee's the first state to go ahead and put that through, and it looks like they're going to pass it. Everybody knows about Representative Nancy Mace, who is going after the Representative McBride, going after her from Delaware because she's a transgender woman, the first in the House. And she is in Congress, and she is Nancy Mace is making a really big stink about the fact that she doesn't want Sarah McBride to be able to use the bathroom that she's using, the locker room, the ladies' facilities. Marjorie Taylor Greene is jumping on the bandwagon as well, making a really big deal. Speaker Johnson, who is the head of the House, was put under a lot of pressure at first. And at first, he tried to be kind of PC, and he's like, we're going to, respect everyone and be dignified. And then when people start coming down on him, it's like, what's a woman? What's a woman? Then he comes back and he was like, I stand on, a woman is a woman, a man is a man. With that said, the most recent thing that's happened that I think will really make it harder moving forward for everyone is a bunch of professors basically went to the Capitol across the hall from from Speaker Johnson's office and Nancy Mace's office, and played this dope ass song. I love the song by is it Climax? Yeah, Climax, called "Meeting in the Ladies' Room." It's I got a meeting in the ladies' room. But yeah, and it's a bunch of trans and non-binary and all that. But they also had like a straight up bull looking cis dude in the bathroom also. Well, they all got arrested, and Nancy Mace made a really nasty video afterwards calling them trannies and, poor dears, y'all got arrested. Well, do I agree with what they did? No. Because we've been around forever. We've been going to the bathroom forever. There's been no problem. We went through a little stint, but it didn't blow up to anything. That's when, gender neutral restrooms came out, and you found, where you'd have the restroom where it has everybody on the thing, and it was over. This is the first time in my 27 years of living authentically as a transgender man that I've ever seen the attack that's going on right now from both sides. There's always been an air of respect that I've seen with transgender women and cis women back in the day. Like, you can go back to, like, on YouTube, stuff like that. You can go back to, old episodes of Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake, and they interviewed, that's where, like, that's the first place you would see a trans woman. And back then it was, transsexual, and the ladies were very much like, no, we're not biological women, but we are, the women we are. And the climates remained very comfortable as it can be. But, it wasn't like it is now. Now it's like almost an all-on fight. for womanhood. And I don't think that's productive for either side. The reason why I think it's unproductive for everyone else is because you have a lot of people that aren't blending, aren't passing, that, you know, people that are starting to experience being discriminated against because they're of question. Not to mention the fact that you have a lot of cis women that are masculine looking, you know, and then this new school, man, y'all got to find a better way to get your point across, because when you're fighting against something that's much bigger than you, the fight has to be a lot more intelligent, because you'll lose any other way. And when you lose, a lot of other people lose behind you. And that's just some grown-ass advice. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't care. I really don't. I assure you. I've been around longer than most of y'all. Transition when most of y'all were babies. And if we're the same age, you still a baby in trans years to me. But I think that, you know, the majority of transgender people strive to live in peace, because we don't get much. So you strive to live, you know, just live life. If your existence is in that much of an uproar, it might be time for you to do some inner work and figure out why everything around you is triggering you, because your triggers are your responsibility. Laws, no laws, everything is going to move around you no matter what. If you don't figure out how to deal with life, I mean, what are you gonna do? She's just gonna go crazy and take tons of people down with you? Gotta take care of this, all of this. And I've been in it. I've been through the bathroom stuff, but back in the 90s, locker room. So it's all old news. But what I didn't do was make it harder for anyone else. And that's something that you are absolutely doing when you take the selfish ass moves that you do without thinking. Because now there's someone is somewhere having to completely rearrange their life because they can't use a bathroom that was a safe one. I'll be back with more updates. Hopefully things won't get too crazy. But you people that are a part of nonprofits, you get your medication, your shots through Medicaid. Or Medicare, whatever, Medicare, yeah, Medicaid's old people, right? If you get, like if you go and you get your checkups by way of state or federal assistance, pay attention, because that's what they're going to attack. Right now, it's just 18 and under. That doesn't mean that nothing else is going to happen. I would have said nothing else is going to happen, but with all this stuff going on, you got to know how, you got to fight smart. But you lose. Have a good day.